Hello, and welcome to Select 10. In today's video, we are going to count down our picks for the top 10 new Hollywood action, comedy, fantasy, and horror films released on Netflix, Amazon Prime, and Apple TV in June and July 2024. Now let's start the video. Number 10. Lowlifes. It is a horror slasher film directed by Teshkatakonda. The narrative centers on a family that takes an RV vacation to the isolated countryside in order to relax. However, their anticipated fun trip turned into a nightmare when they ended up in the woods and gets attacked by hostile inhabitants, which set off a series of horrific incidents. With references to horror classics like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the movie deftly subverts conventional horror cliches while presenting an unusual view of what is going on. There are multiple shockingly violent moments in this effective and gory story that will catch you off guard. The first half is very weak on action, focused on perilous dramatic suspense sequences, while the final 20 minutes bring solid bloody shivers, resulting in a thrilling survival horror film. Number 9. The Convert. It is a 2023 action drama film directed by Lee Tamahori. The narrative centers on priest Thomas Monro, who travels to New Zealand in the 1830s and brings with him Ranjamai, a young Maori woman he has rescued from a rival tribe. Soon Monro becomes entangled in a bloody feud between two Maori chiefs, Maianui and Akatarawa, as he grows uneasy with the newcomers' hatred of the native tribes. Guy Pearce portrays a somber lead role, but the film's most notable aspect is how Maori performers use Maori culture. The movie is entertaining, with some very great battle scenes, even though the plot feels a little cliched at times, and some of the scenes appear unbelievable. The smoke-filled pandemonium of the climactic finish is a visually striking and expertly edited sequence. Despite certain plot gaps, The Convert is an engrossing tale of history that offers the spotlight on an important but frequently ignored phase in New Zealand's colonization. Number 8. The Bike Riders. It is a 2023 period crime drama film directed by Jeff Nichols. The movie looks at a pivotal time in American history when society and culture suffered significant changes. The narrative starts with Kathy, who meets a biker named Benny at a neighborhood bar and quickly gets close to both him and the Vandals, a motorbike gang in the Midwest run by the enigmatic Johnny. As the club transforms from a safe refuge for town outcasts to a dangerous realm of violence, Benny must choose between his feelings for Kathy and his loyalty to the club. The narrative examines the club's run-ins with the government and society, emphasizing elements of defiance, freedom, and brotherhood. The film expertly depicts the flavor of 1960s motorcycle culture with authentic outfits, bikes, and locations. Every character's history and motivations are thoroughly examined, and the whole cast gives excellent performances. The film's inconsistent pacing may cause some viewers to lose interest in the plot or characters, but these problems are offset by its vivid portrayal of the subculture, which is worth watching. Number 7. If. It is a 2024 fantasy comedy film directed by John Krasinski. The film revolves around a little girl who, after a painful event, starts to witness everyone's imagined friends who were abandoned as their daily life companions became adults. The story follows Bee, who remains in Brooklyn with her grandmother while her father undergoes heart surgery. Her life has been transformed when she finds out that imaginary pals are real after coming upon an odd creature residing with Calvin, the next-door neighbor. After speaking with them, she accepts an opportunity to help these ignored imaginary friends, only to uncover that they are actually assisting her in dealing with her personal pain and loss. The film handles serious topics with care and resists exploiting viewers' emotions, emphasizing imagination as an important coping technique. Even though the movie starts off slowly, it soon picks up steam and becomes an engrossing, visually spectacular, and melodic experience. Teens may at first think the imaginary friend idea is twee, but the movie's appeal may convince them otherwise. For young adults and families with younger children, If provides a charming and enjoyable movie night. Number 6. The Watchers. It is a 2024 supernatural horror film directed by Shauna Night Shyamalan. The plot revolves around Mina, a pet store employee who becomes lost in a mystical Irish wilderness. When night falls, she seeks safety in a mysterious bunker with 3 unknown individuals who inform her that they must stay inside during the night in order to survive because the strange creatures come at night and watch over everything they do through a single view mirror. The suspenseful segment of the movie gradually demonstrates who the creatures are and whether Mina and others can escape the Watchers' constant danger. Shauna Night Shyamalan is the daughter of M. Night Shyamalan, a well-known director recognized for his innovative filmmaking. Even though Shaun of the Watchers isn't as good as father flicks, it still cleverly combines psychological and folk horror elements, demonstrating a deft use of settings, camera angles, and music to build suspense. But the movie falls short at the end, especially in terms of character development. It tries to give the protagonist greater emotional depth and presents some interesting ideas, but these aspects fall short of their potential because the resolution leaves more questions than it does answers. I would still recommend watching this one, though, if you enjoy unusual and unique stories. Number 5. Horizon, an American Saga, Chapter 1. It is a 2024 epic Western film, directed by Kevin Costner. The movie follows a number of individuals as they negotiate the difficulties of the American frontier throughout a few decades in the 19th century. The story revolves around a family of settlers traveling west and dealing with difficult terrain, hostilities with Native American tribes, and personal family issues. Their story is interwoven with the stories of other criminals, traders, and settlers in order to paint an extensive overview of the settlement of the American era. The movie has a strong ensemble cast, and the individual narratives of each character give the main plot more detail. The story of the main family is very moving and shows their resiliency in changing relationships. The film's vast cinematography brilliantly conveys both the savagery and the majestic beauty of the American West. Its focus on historic detail in sets, settings, and costumes makes it seem even more historically realistic. Despite the film's enormous scope, some viewers could find its sequential format confusing, and the character development is inconsistent due to numerous stories. Overall, it's a massive drama that effectively conveys the essence of the American frontier, and its bold plot and gorgeous cinematography make it an appealing choice for fans of historical dramas and Western movies. Number 4. The Boy and the Heron. It is a 2024 animated fantasy film directed by Hayao Miyazaki. The movie centers on Mahito, a little boy who, following the loss of his mother, moves to a remote location with his father. Mahito, who is having trouble adjusting to his new surroundings and his loss, meets a strange gray heron who shows him the way to a secret realm. In this mythical realm, he sets out on an expedition in search of his mom's soul, encountering numerous supernatural beings and overcoming trials that challenge his bravery and courage. The central theme of the movie is the protagonist's personal journey, which is further developed through his exploration of magical landscapes and conversations with other strange creatures. The film's challenging storytelling and slow pacing may not be to everyone's taste, but these potential disadvantages are balanced by its profound emotion and stunning cinematography. For those who enjoy animation and Miyazaki's work, this is a must-watch film that encapsulates the spirit of Studio Ghibli's brilliance in a visually stunning and emotionally stirring package. Number 3. Young Woman in the Sea. It is a 2024 biographical sports film directed by Joachim Ronning. The movie narrates the tale of American swimming champion Gertrude Ederle, who took home her first gold medal at the 1924 Summer Olympics. Ederle was the first woman to swim the full 21 miles through the English Channel in 1926. The narrative centers on her intense training, the doubts of everyone around her, and the terrifying circumstances she encounters in the channel. Along the way, she develops a strong connection with her mentor, who supports her in overcoming both personal and professional challenges. Despite its inspirational qualities, the film has a typical narrative structure and places emphasis only on the protagonist's journey, which overshadows the growth of other characters. The film takes advantage of spectacular marine cinematography to capture the dangers and majesty of open water swimming, which keeps you fascinated all the time. Overall, it's a moving biographical drama that honors a noteworthy accomplishment and provides a strong example of bravery and tenacity that will appeal to both broad viewers and history buffs. Number 2. Beverly Hills Cop, Axel F. It is a 2024 action comedy film directed by Mark Malloy. The movie centers on Axel Foley, a Detroit police officer who comes back to Beverly Hills to crack a major case concerning an underground criminal organization. Together with Detective Billy Rosewood and Sergeant Taggart, two of Axel's former pals, he sets out to expose a conspiracy that spans the city's uppermost circles of authorities. As they dig further into the inquiry, they face an alliance of familiar foes and fresh dangers, resulting in a high-stakes battle to restore law to Beverly Hills neighborhoods. The film mixes fast-paced action with comic aspects while maintaining the colorful and trendy visuals of its predecessors. Even though the movie keeps the essence of the original movie, some of the humor and plot points may seem outdated to viewers of today's generation. But Murphy's acting and nostalgia make up for all the negatives. Overall, the movie does a good job of bringing humor, action, and emotion to the franchise while also appealing to new viewers and fans of the original movies. Number 1. Furiosa, a Mad Max saga. It is an post-apocalyptic action film and a prequel to the acclaimed Fury Road, directed by George Miller. The film delves into the earliest days of the robust warrior, Furiosa, following her journey from childhood, when she gets abducted from her idyllic hometown by the raiding warlord Dementus and transported to the Citadel, where she has to submit into service under the oppressive rule of Immortan Joe. As time goes on, Furiosa plots her getaway, pledging to exact revenge on the warlord Dementus and attempting to find a path back home. The movie follows her trip as she encounters hostile groups and a challenging environment, which eventually turns her into the strong warrior shown in Fury Road. The movie stays true to the fast-paced, visually spectacular Mad Max franchise, with breathtaking desert vistas, furious car battles, and elaborate costume designs that create a vibrant, realistic world. While Furiosa does a good job of extending the Mad Max universe's mythology, some viewers could find some of the plot points to be too obvious, and the new aspects are limited by the film's need to blend into the Fury Road storyline. Overall, Furiosa provides a fascinating history for a well-liked character, enhancing the Mad Max universe with intense action and solid character development that will appeal to both series regulars and newbies. That's it for today. Thank you for watching this video. And do subscribe our channel to see more videos related to movies and series suggestions.